Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And I wanted to make you aware of something very cool that we're doing on a subscription basis, and we'll put a link in each one of our episodes. But every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call an audio podcast workshop. That workshop will be roughly about 14 to maybe 20 minutes per episode, with each month having a theme from a coaching model, to using feedback strategically, to coaching self-awareness, and so on. So if you could look in the body or in the content description of each episode, and you will see a link where you can join this subscription. These are literally 4 workshops every month teaching specific strategies to address a particular area of workplace coaching as it relates, again, to things like awareness, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. Here's the cool thing. It's only $10 per month, and each month you will get a handout that we will follow along with. So we also give you a tool for you to take notes as we go through each episode. I hope you'll check it out.
Every leader in the workplace wants the ideal team. And I think we have a lot of experts out in the field that do a lot of great work on team development. And that could be, the 5 dysfunctions of a team. Patrick Lencioni does some brilliant work. I think about people who teach how to handle conflict. That's brilliant work. Love it. I want to introduce you to a concept that's a little bit different, and that is building and developing the ideal team through coaching infrastructure. Let me explain. Every leader, especially since the pandemic, is dealing with a lot. They are dealing with a lot. So when you think about the ideal team, let's look at currently what's going on. Now, according to Gallup, and the statistics have moved around a few percentage points, but that's about it. About 7 out of 10 people are neutral or actively disengaged in the workplace, meaning they're negative. Only 3 out of 10 are positive. So think about that. You're a leader of a team of 10. The odds are already against you. So what if the team could be strengthened from within to move those odds of 5-5, or maybe 6-4, maybe even 7-3 in favor of the team and the leader? Yet, how do you do that? Here's the funny thing. We have to train and manage people to their jobs. We also know that people have career aspirations, or we have some people who just want to do their job and go home. How does a leader handle all that? Now, let's look a little bit deeper. Now, I've asked a lot of clients to share this with me. How often does the following happen? Someone knocks on your door, whether in person or virtually, and says, "You got a second?" And what I got from a number of clients, and this is not very scientific, about 4 to 7 times a day. And it's so funny because they say, "You got a minute?" It's going to be about 19 to 22 minutes. Times 4, that's about 1/8 of a leader's day. That sparks a very huge defining point for leaders. Here's why. On one side, if the leader says, "Sorry, I don't have time, I've got a meeting," that can come off the wrong way. And please, as a leader, don't make the mistake of thinking you're just talking to that person, because they're talking to everybody else. The leader never has time for me. The flip side is, what if the leader says, "Sure, go ahead," and they're busy and they're not attentive? That can also send a message. Leaders get put in precarious positions. Yet we know the power of coaching. We know the power as a training reinforcement tool for our friends in learning and development and training. Yet what's a leader to do when the numbers are stacked against he or she? What if every team had a team coach? It's kind of like a captain on a sports team. And what if you had 1 or 2 coaching champions, people who are well trained to not only recognize, celebrate, and reward positivity, yet were taught framing techniques of how to challenge those who are struggling with positivity safely? Every team should have a team coach. Every team should have 1 or 2 coaching champions, which leads to greater succession planning, talent development, certainly talent retention, and it starts to stack the numbers in the favor of the leader. Now, I'm not against team development where some of the leaders talk about the 5 dysfunctions of a team, or, coming in and talking about conflict. That's all really valuable. Yet, what if functionally we strengthen the infrastructure of the team to support the leader, to get the ideal team while providing employees personal value. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21 day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.